criminals are turned loose, and the innocent are made victims. Disease carriers are protected, and the healthy are placed at great risk. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Republicans.
Mr. President, we write to you as mothers whose children have been diagnosed with AIDS. We ask for your help, not for our sons, who are already dead, but for the tens of thousands of mothers whose children might yet be spared the anguish that our sons had to endure. Curtis Andrews. James.
The Reagan administration for 8 years has criminally neglected and ignored an epidemic that has claimed the lives of nearly 40,000 people in this country. And when we enter the convention hall to raise that and bring that to people's attention, we get a response which is reflective of the leadership of the Republican Party in this country.
What does it mean to you that they're dying of this disease that nobody seems to want to do anything about? Nobody. They did it to themselves. Ain't nobody did it to them but themselves. They want to hug and kiss one another. It's up to them. But I shouldn't have to support them.
What about the fact
pay
that
for the medical bills?
What about the fact that heterosexuals are also dying?
That's their problem too. Look, I'm straight. I've been married for 27 years and I love my wife.
Look at these guys. That is the President of the United States, all right? That is the best president the United States has ever had. All these guys can do is mock our system of government, all right? This is a democracy. We elected the president. It's their duty to support the president.
If it isn't then their duty to demonstrate against the president too if they elect him. Maybe you have a problem with that.
That's disgusting. AIDS happens to be a disease. I don't see what it has to do with President Reagan, okay? He didn't put it there, and I see no reason why his name should be up there with AIDS, okay? No more comment, except it was John, J-O-N, Fleischman, F-L-E-I-S-C-H-M-A-N. I'm the Los Angeles County Executive Director for Young Americans for Freedom.
We're young conservatives who value traditional morals such as normal family life, marriage, monogamous relationships between men and women who are married. We believe in freedom, we hate confidence, and all other good things that make America great.
Thank you. Thank all of you, and thank you, Frank, Mary. It's great to be in New Orleans. Going to prove something I've always suspected, that when I finally got to the home of the saints, it would be filled with Republicans. Love our band, but all that other party's got is a streetcar named it, you see, in one way, just like their vice presidential.
Today in New Orleans on August 14th, AIDS activists inside the New Orleans Convention Center were violently attacked by angry attendees at the presidential welcoming ceremony. Police at the entrance to the center permitted the activists to enter the arena while carrying their unconcealed posters. When President Reagan began his speech, the activists quietly and peacefully lifted their signs in protest. According to eyewitnesses, the activists were kicked, punched, shoved, and fled the convention hall in fear of their lives.
And when we were out into the lobby and ready to go to the outside doors of the convention center, that's when we were very quietly told that we were under arrest. Actually, I was never told that. I was just grabbed onto, and the plainclothes policeman who grabbed onto me said to his colleague, "Where can I take him where the media won't be able to see him?"
Do you know who those people were?
Young Americans for Freedom.
Which ones?
Which ones what? Which ones got them?
Who are the Young Americans for Freedom?
All of us.
So who are the protesters?
Well, the protesters were some liberals that want government financing for AIDS research.
Why is it that small minorities can come into something so grand and disrupt it? I have a problem with that. I mean,
Former member of the House of Representatives.
yeah, I know what they were protesting. Protesting with AIDS.
The former Republican National Chairman.
May I help this lady in discussing
If you
this?
behave yourself, you won't get AIDS.
Can I give you an impression?
If you believe in the Bible,
I want to give you my
believe in the Bible, you believe in God,
De facto
and you do what is right, you won't get AIDS. The only way I feel I would ever get AIDS is if I had to have a blood transfusion and my family couldn't be there to donate my blood.
Of the United States.
Then I might have a
Do you think Ronald Reagan and George Bush are doing enough?
yes, I think they've done a doggone good job for 8 years. Hey, we've never had it so good.
Deregulation to drugs to terrorism.
In response to AIDS,
Frankly,
that thing has only come out in the past year and a half. And what can you do in that
AIDS
short
has been a
time?
crisis for over 9 years.
I know, but it's only now reaching the limelight that it has. It's like anything else.
Who do you go with? Because I won't give you any information if you call the crew that just left.
I'm an independent.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. You may not take. All right. The sad commentary is that these people who have a minority, who are attempting to disrupt anything that runs according to government reform, they will stand up, and unfortunately we have spent more money for AIDS than we have cancer or heart trouble or any other problem, and they still want more. And the more you give them and the more they sit on their behind and they ask for what they got here, it's too bad that everyone who didn't touch them didn't wear a pair of rubber gloves, because they've spread AIDS.
And we are now, I think, about to be introduced to the Bush Infantry. This huge family of his is about to pour out onto this stage, and I hope it can hold it. Gentlemen.
Granddaughter, who's in the film, I think. Teasing son-in-law, his son Jeb over there from Florida. One of Jeb's Mexican-American children, his daughter-in-law, who nominated him in Spanish the other night, Frank Sinatra. Not a member of the family, not this family.
Welcome to your convention and next President of the United States, George Bush. Let me just tell you first how pleased we are to be here.
The Republican Party, and I will say the Democratic Party, are both in dire need of education concerning our issues and education concerning AIDS. We will be here all week long. The incident today will not deter us, will not stop us. We will not be quiet. We will not shut up. We will not give up, and we will not go away.